You're definitely in my side.
You stand over there.
I don't want to stand here. We tried this before and it didn't work. It was super awkward for me to talk from this side. I'm like, hey guys, how's it going? No, I hate it. I hate it.
So you're about to cry.
I'm about to cry. Just give me my side, dude. That's all I want is just my side. Like, just the one thing in my life that's consistent right now. Welcome back to Brett and Dave are bad at vlogging here at the little studio area, which is what we call this room. Yay. Today we bring some sad, very sad news.
What's the sad news, Brett?
The sad news is we received a dislike on our video and we were all excited about that, and it turned out just to be Kevin. So that inspired our video though. The top 5 things that we were super hyped about that turned out to be very disappointing in the end. Number 1, the dislike. Thanks a lot, Kevin. We were all excited about finally making it in the business.
That's true. You don't know that you're a creator, that you've put something out there, and that your heart and soul have gone into a project until somebody hates it. And we'd gotten there, we'd arrived, and suddenly somebody hated what we did, and they gave it the thumbs down. And it was just Kevin.
It's Kevin. Because he thought he'd be funny. He was like, yeah, we were talking about getting the thumbs down. I'm gonna thumbs down. I can't. Can't. Done. So, Kevin is the worst.
That was a little disappointing.
It was.
There was a level of excitement.
Number two, we like to consider to be the fast food of coffee.
Starbucks.
Horrible.
Bing. Everybody was super hyped about Starbucks. I remember being in high school and Starbucks first came, and it was like, yes, we finally have arrived as a city. Like, we're a population of people that can be cool. We have a Starbucks, and you go drink it, and it's like the worst coffee you've ever tasted in your life.
It is nasty.
It's not good.
I mean, unless you're gonna like fill it up with sugar and more sugar and sugarize the top of it, then you ain't really, it's just, I don't even know where I was going with that. It's just bad.
It's not good.
It's bad.
Yeah. And even within Starbucks, you've got a whole bunch of other things that people get hyped for every year because they forgot that those things aren't really any good either. Like,
Pumpkin spice.
Woo! Pumpkin spice. It's bad.
I keep saying it's the worst. And Kevin pointed out that if I say everything is the worst, that makes everything the best. But in this case, that is the worst. Until later on in this list when we talk about more worse things than that.
Number 3!
3 is kind of near and dear to my heart because whenever this event was happening, my family took preparation. We were all prepared for whatever came our way. And that was Y2K.
Big millennium meltdown.
Gosh.
Everything was gonna shut down and it was gonna be awesome. There was gonna be looting in the streets and everything was gonna shut down and robots and airplanes were gonna fall from the sky. It was gonna be awesome. Like, that was a big deal, and there were preparedness kits, and you had to get your bug out bag ready to go, and your basement was filled with canned goods.
And then nothing happened.
And then I went to sleep, and then I woke up.
We woke up, and everything was still the same.
TV still turned on. My toaster still worked. It was a lot of buildup.
I mean, probably for the better though, because if Y2K actually happened, we wouldn't be doing this.
That's true.
It would just be us.
This would have to be. Remember when Y2K compliant was like the buzzword of the year?
Yes.
Is it Y2K compliant? Are you Y2K compliant?
To make sure you don't malfunction whenever the year 2000 hits. Mm-hmm. Double check that warranty,
because you don't want to roll back over into 1900.
No, heck no. It's the worst. Wherefore art thou, Father? I don't know.
Is that how they talked in 1900?
Yeah, I think so.
Father.
I don't know. Stop it. Apparently the 1900s were also just the worst too.
Number 4, a lot of hype for this one, a lot of buildup, and every year students across the nation get pumped for this, and every year it's disappointing.
Every year.
Prom.
Why?
It's not that great.
It's not.
You're already an awkward high school kid. And now you are stuck in a place with other awkward high school kids and you're expected to What do you expect it to do
I don't know,
exactly?
dance. This is it. Gotta dance.
Prom.
And we could dance with each other. You wanna dance with me?
I don't.
May I have this dance?
No.
See, this is why prom's the worst.
I'm pretty sure that actually happened to me at prom. Hey, can I have... No? Okay, you just... All right.
Okay, bye. I was talking to that
I wasn't
person.
really asking you to dance. I was talking to that,
It was a joke.
that wall behind
joke's on
you. I don't even like dancing.
Yeah, no, all school dances are the worst though. I got left as a sophomore by a freshman for an 8th grader at homecoming. True story. I was all excited about it. My very first dance. Never been to a dance before in my entire life. This girl asked me to go with her, and I'm like, yeah, of course I'm gonna go with you. That sounds like fun. And show up to the dance, and she's late, so I'm standing there waiting, and she comes out of the car, and this blur flies past me, and it turns out to be her 8th grade boyfriend. Which then I literally sat at homecoming alone by myself.
Yeah, homecomings were actually worse for me, I think, than prom was. Like, I think both of the proms I went to were actually fine. I don't remember them being very notable one way or the other, but homecoming was always pretty rough.
Homecoming's the worst.
Maybe homecoming should be on the
Yeah,
list. and
forget
not
prom. Scratch out prom. Homecoming.
Homecoming.
Homecoming
School
is not
dances in
awful.
general, but homecoming is bad.
Yeah.
Was it my sophomore year? My sophomore year, I went to sophomore year homecoming with a junior from another school, a rival school that I was totally into. She was like, I was way into this girl, and I was a sophomore and totally awkward, just like I am now, and so I clearly didn't have the guts in it myself to ask her to go to homecoming with me. So a good friend of mine that actually went to her school asked her on my behalf if she would go to homecoming with me. And then we went to homecoming, and it was super awkward because my parents drove us, and we got there, and I didn't even arrange for dinner or anything.
Oh my gosh.
And when we got there, like we just kind of stood around because I was completely out of my depth, way out of my league. And my buddy that had been invited to go to our school's homecoming, his date did to him what happened to
What happened to
you,
me.
except I think she was in our same grade or whatever, but she ditched him, and so it was just an awkward time. We went home, and then the next week I found out that my friend took this girl I was totally into to his homecoming at the other school, and they totally hit it off.
Wow, wow.
I'm happily married now for 11 years, and I'm totally not affected by that.
Yeah, no, I'm not either. 5th, final, and probably most frustrating ever. And if you are like us, aka nerds, then this should really annoy you and make you mad. So put in the comments how angry you are about this, because we want to rant alongside you.
We were very upset. The hype,
Very.
the build-up
So
for this.
much.
Watching the things, and just, it was coming, and it was going to be amazing, and the effects, and the visuals, and the music, and I had the feel right, and even the thing that came before it was amazing. Like the first one and the previous two really set the bar and set the standard. And then this happened.
This monstrosity.
And that monstrosity is X-Men 3: The Last Stand. It was the worst.
It was gonna be so
X-Men 2 was so good.
It was going to like finish out the trilogy.
It had
was gonna be
Nightcrawler and like
beautiful.
all these things were gonna be so great, and then it was just an unwatchable mess.
It was just disgusting.
And you sat through the whole thing thinking it's gonna get
better. It's
gonna get good.
And it literally just kept doing this.
just kept
and then
getting worse
this.
and worse.
And then somehow inverted and then going back this way.
I watched every trailer leading up to it.
Right.
I watched every article. I read everything I could about it. This movie's gonna
Right.
be amazing. Like, we planned out like a month in advance when it's gonna come out, and we're gonna go see it.
You see it and it's trash.
Just garbage.
Like, there was, I was so excited. And then when he killed off Xavier, spoiler alert, he dies.
Oh, if you were gonna watch this, don't bother. Here's the main points. Everybody important dies.
Everybody. And then you don't care about any of the rest of them.
The end.
Ta-da! So, what things disappointed you in your life? Were you really excited about Pogs and then you were really bad at Pogs and so now you're disappointed in Pogs? Were you really excited about Tamagotchi and then your Tamagotchi died? Were you excited about some other kid's thing from the 90s that I just keep rambling on about?
Pokemon?
Pokemon. I'm excited about Pokemon.
They're okay.
They're not just okay, Pokemon are great.
They're alright.
There's something
I'm
wrong
gonna
with
get you a Bulbasaur.
You're becoming one of my top 5 disappointing things. I'm gonna replace one of these with you. That's it. Starbucks, you made the cut.
Well
Congratulations,
done.
Dave-O.
Of all the things you're gonna choose to replace me with is Starbucks?
I mean,
seriously? You're gonna choose the thing that I'm second most passionate about on that list?
Yeah.
Wow, I really care about the X-Men thing. Thank you again for joining us for this episode of Brett and Dave-O are bad at vlogging, which is still true.
And it probably will.
You were all excited about this episode and it was a disappointment to you, well, go ahead and dislike it, I suppose. But otherwise, like, comment, subscribe, and share. Go ahead and leave your comments down there below about the thing that you were most disappointed in, and stay tuned for more stuff on the way.
Lots of stuff. We got stuff galore coming up. Get ready.